Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vṛnda. Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityananda. Śrī Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vṛnda. Jai Jai Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityananda. Śrī Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vṛnda. Śrī Panchatattva Ki Jai. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Actually, I don't know how to talk after all these kirtans. Thank you so much for powerful chanting. Actually, please, dear friends, please move closer because more people will come, and don't be shy. Nobody will bite you. Let's have more tight family atmosphere. Move closer, please. So, actually, very soon, our group of devotees from Denmark, we will go to West Bengal, India, Navadvīpa, Mayapur. This is the special place. Someone from Bengal here? No? No Bengalis? Only Nepalis. Nepalis raise their hands. Almost Bengalis. Arjuna is Bengali. Toru, right? So, because soon we're going, I would like to make introduction and speak about Navadvīpa Dhāma, about this wonderful place of Mayapur. Make little introduction. And so my crazy brain works like that I cannot just speak right in the face about Navadvīpa. I have many questions to ask before speaking about this wonderful place. First of all, many people, oftentimes I hear, Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu is a great saint. And yeah, definitely, he is a great saint. But he's not just a great saint. He's an avatar of God. And not just avatar of God. You know, like they, appear and say, yeah, I can take some things from my kurta, I can show you some gold or ash, then therefore I am God. Or first they are servants of God, and then after some point they are kind of, when they have many followers, then they're saying, yeah, I'm an avatar of God. You worship me as God Himself. Śrīmad Bhagavatam says, Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangobhangastra Parshadam Yagyai Sankirtana Prayai Yajantihi Sumedisaha. So Śrīmad Bhagavatam itself, 5,000 years ago, Vyasadeva wrote by the hands of Ganesh himself. Vyasadeva was speaking and Ganesh were writing. So he said, Krishna Varnam Tvisham Krishnam. He said, in Kali Yuga, God appeared as Krishna Varnam. So Krishna himself descends to this. By Varna, by his complexion, he is Krishna. No, he himself is Krishna. But Tvisha Akrishnam. But his body is not Krishna, is not black. He appears in golden avatar. Sangha Pangasta Parshanam. So he comes with his Sangha Upanga, with his limbs, with his closest associates, and Parshada, and his basically all spiritual world descends. All kinds of associates of God, they descend to this world. And why he descends? What is the reason for that? Yagyai Sankirtana Prayai Yajantihi Sumedisaha. He said, Yagyai Sankirtana Prayai. He came here to this world to establish Sankirtana Yagya. So Yagya for this age is Sankirtana Yagya. And he said, Yajanti hi sumeda saha. Those who are sumeda. Meda means intelligent. All right? And sumeda means very intelligent. And that he said, people who are very intelligent, they take this process to their heart. So this is Caitanya Mahāprabhu. He descends to establish Sankirtan Yagya and to spread it all over the world. What is the verse? Yarideha Tarikaha Krishna Upadesh. He said, you must preach the holy names and glories of Krishna in every town and village. So, this is Caitanya Mahāprabhu. And Śrī Chaitanya Charitamrita says, it's a wonderful verse here from Śrī Chaitanya Charitamrita. Unfortunately, there is no Prabhupada commentary, but I want to read for you. So, it's stating, Yadadvaitam brahmapanishadi tadapi yasya tanubha ya atmantar yamipurusha itisor shyamsha vibhava sadaishvayah purno yaiha bhagavan sasvayamayam nai chaitanyat krishna jagati paratatvam paramiha. What the Upanishad described as impersonal Brahman, so impersonal Brahman is effulgence of the Lord Himself. Many Mayavadis or impersonalists, like Buddhists, for example, they want to become with Brahman. They want to erase their personality. And Upanishads, they're describing, so it's authoritative. Some people, they are just tired from being in this world. They are tired of suffering, and they say, enough is enough. No more attachments in this world, no more detachments. I just want to become one with God, or I just want to become just light. No problems, pure ananda, pure happiness, if it's possible without personal relationships. And Upanishads, they're describing, yeah, Brahman exists. If you want to go, you go. But Brahman, it is but the effulgence of his body. And the Lord known as Super Soul is but his localized plenary portion. So, Super Soul, the Lord in our heart, is actually expansion of Narayana. So there is God in the spiritual world, and then he expands to be able to manage material world. And as Narayana, he is basically, many heard that God, he can be in your heart, right? So he resides in the heart in every atom of this universe as Paramatma. Like that. So, or as Super Soul. So this way he manages us, he hears our desires, sometimes he reciprocates to them, sometimes not. Depends on our motives. So he is Super Soul. You see, God, he reveals himself in all these aspects. Lord Caitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna himself, full of 6 opulences. He is absolute truth, and no other truth is greater or equal to him. I will just read one more time about that we would really understand who is Śrī Chaitanya Mahāprabhu. Lord Caitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, with 6 opulences. He is the absolute truth, and no other truth is greater or equal to him. So this is Śrī Chaitanya Mahāprabhu. This is Lord Caitanya who is standing on our altar. So you should know, when you're watching Śrī Chaitanya Mahāprabhu on the altar and Nityananda, you're watching Krishna himself, who came here to knock on your door and say, hello, are you chanting holy name? Do you remember Krishna? Right? And he said, he's great. God is great. And he's Shad, how it is said is in this word, Shad Aishvarya Purno. He have this Shad Aishvaryas. So what is this Aishvaryas? This is Aishvarvasya Samargrasya Viryasya Yashakshriya Jnana Vairagya Yoschaiva Sanam Bhaga Itingana So, Lord, he have 6 opulences. So Vishnu Purana describes 6 opulences of God. So first one is Aishwarya. Aishwarya means capability or power. So God is very powerful and very capable. So he creates all the universes, right? And is anyone capable to create something in this world? No? There was this anecdote that scientists and God, they argued with each other. And scientists said, I also can create things. And God said, oh yeah, really? How? How can you do it? And he said, yeah, I take this material and that material. And God said, yeah, but please you take your own material and try to create things. Not my material that I already created. So he have all the Aishwarya, all the opulences, all the power. And Virya, so Virya is described, he's Sarva Shaktiman, all the energies that we see in this world, and not only in this world, that all the energies that is managing this universe and spiritual realm is his energies. Sarva means all Shakti means energy, Shaktiman. He's a controller of all these energies. And also, he have this amazing Aghatana Pratiyasya Shakti. So the Shakti which makes impossible possible, right? So, and this is Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Don't think so that he's just a saint. It's the scriptures predicting him coming here and distributing Sankirtana Yagya. And he's not just God that came and cried. He's God that have all these opulences. He have all the yasha, fame, right? There are many famous people in this world. You can say, yeah, actually, why you say that your Krishna or Caitanya Mahāprabhu is famous? Jesus is more famous. Or Justin Bieber is more famous. But the difference between Justin Bieber's fame and Krishna's fame, that Krishna's fame is eternal. And after 100 years, probably no one will remember all these people who are famous now. And us including. So Krishna is famous eternally. And so on and so forth. Jnana, all the knowledge, all the vairagya, all the renunciation, this is his energies. This is him. All the beauty, his embodiment of beauty. So Brajendra Nandana Jai, Shachi Suna Hoila Se, Balarama Hoilo Nitai. So Brajendra Nandana Jai, this Sri Krishna, Brajendra Nandana, he is Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Sachi Suna Hoila Se. And Nitai is Balaram. He's his older brother. So Krishna have all the opulence. And we have some opulences in this world. In this material world. But we can see we are so limited. At the same time, just it's Srimad Bhagavatam is described, you can find shloka that just particle of dust of Vaikuntha have more opulence than in all the material worlds. So spiritual world is very opulent. So Vaikuntha means place where there is no kuntha, where there is no, not suffering, but fear, yes. So no disturbance. That's what we want, all of us here, no disturbance. And this is a very opulent place because Lord Himself resides there. But at the same time, one particle of dust of Braja, Vṛndāvana, is more opulent than all of Vaikuntha planets. So, Vṛndāvana is very opulent. And Navadvīpa and Vṛndāvana is not different. But there is one difference between Vaikuntha and Vṛndāvana. What is the difference between Vaikuntha and Vṛndāvana? In Vṛndāvana there is kalpavrikshas or desire trees. In Vaikuntha there is desire trees. In Vṛndāvana, yes, please. Relationship, but in Vaikuntha there is also relationships with the Lord. Yes? Aishwarya, yes. But there is also a lot of Aishwarya in Vṛndāvana. Hidden. Yeah, that's the right answer. Aishwarya is hidden. Why? There is kalpavrikshas, right? So devotees of Vrindavan, they can come to kalpavriksha and say, can you make feast for Krishna? Or there is Kamadena cows, right? Kamadena cows, they also can fulfill any desire. They can come to Kamadena cows and say, oh, mother, can you give me ghee and yogurt? And then she will fulfill all desires. But they doesn't do that. They doesn't come to kalpavrikshas and ask for anything. They go and they milk the cows, they're churning milk, and they are doing everything for Krishna like if there is no, like they are not in the spiritual world. So as Chakravarti Prabhu said, this is hidden. This Aishwarya, this opulence is hidden, but it's not hidden outside. It's hidden in the mind of devotees. They doesn't want to see this Aishwarya. They doesn't want to see these opulences of God. So therefore, Vaikuntha is described that God is on his work. And Vrindavan is God at home, when no one is considering him to be God. Like, for example, there's like Prime Minister, right? He's in his office, he's doing all his duties, everyone's worshipping him, saying, sir, please, sir, yes, sir. But when he comes at home, his grandchild can crawl on his back and play horse, right, on him. So he's not Prime Minister anymore or anything like that. So the same thing with God. Vrindavan is his home. And even if when he exhibits this Aishwarya, when this 7-year-old boy, he takes huge Govardhan hill on his pinky finger, nobody says, wow, what is that? He's God or what? No, they're watching him and say, we should help him. And they take sticks and try to help Krishna to hold the Govardhan hill. Or when he's dancing on the Kaliya's heads. Kali is a huge serpent with 100 heads. Nobody's saying, what is going on here? This is huge. This huge dinosaur will eat him right now. No, everyone's like, wow, so beautiful dance. So beautiful. So nice. So this Aishwarya is hidden, right? Mother Yashoda, when she's chasing Krishna after he's breaking pots and she's chasing him with a stick, she's not thinking, oh, I'm chasing God. She's thinking, he's my son. If he will act like that, he will grow up as a thief and a bad man. So I need to chastise him right now. So this Aishwarya is hidden in Vrindavan. So there is Anusandan Abhav. So Anusandan basically means investigation. And Abhav means there is absence of investigation. Nobody is investigating. Yeah. And in this way, their relationships are very strong. So this Sambandha or Svabhava, their mood are holding together. So these kids are so loud. And one of them is my kid. That's funny. So, what I was speaking about. So this, that's how they hold together this mood of Vrindavan. In this material world, we really like to investigate. And we investigate until we really lose the point of everything. Just recently, sometimes I'm visiting Facebook, and once in half a year maybe, there's like a pack of people who are like might have friends with you, or how we call it. They add to you. Request, yes. Best friend request. And then I was looking who is there. So one Indian gentleman asked me for a request. And then I see some videos on his page, some brahmanas in India acting in a bad way. Some priests there hitting their wife public or some bad things like that, And then I see this person posting it, and I see probably he's losing his faith in Vedic culture, right? And it's definitely the fault of these people who are acting like that, right? Because of when you're preaching religion and then you're not following it, people are losing faith in religion because you need to walk what you talk, right? What is that? But then after that, I see he's posting some pictures that are offending Lord Ram. They're saying Sita is not chaste and really like offensive things. And they're offending Shiva and Parvati, saying, you see how Parvati acting and Shiva acting? I was shocked. And you see, this is Anusandan, right? You start to investigate, and at some point you investigate to extent that you lose the point. Then you think, okay, I'm more pious than Lord Ram. I know better who is chaste. Sita is not chaste enough. Probably I'm more chaste than Lord Ram and Sita and all of them together. So that's what criticizing others do. That at some point you just start to lose the point of everything and of your life also. So in Vṛndāvana they just love Krishna. And actually you can say, where is Vṛndāvana and where is us? But we need to take the good lesson from it. Our goal is just to learn to love Krishna. And this is our main business. And our goal is to develop certain mood, certain bhav, so that we stop investigate on material world and start to investigate on the spiritual. What is there? When the pure interests start to rise in our heart. What is there in the spiritual? Let me take Krishna book and read about this Krishna. It's very interesting. That is our goal. That should become really interesting for us. Not as all these Facebook things, and thinking, they are bad. It means I'm better. We just develop demoniac mentality, right? What was, I again forgot this verse from Bhagavad Gita. Demons, what they say? They say, Ishvara Hambogi. I am Ishvara. I am controller. Yeah? Because in Facebook we like to control. We're thinking, I'm controller. I'm a Hambogi. I'm enjoyer. Siddhoham. I'm perfect. Balavan Sukhi. I'm most powerful. Balavan Sukhi. And I'm most happy person. And they think that material world will bring us happiness, will make me happy. So this is demoniac mentality. This is not spiritual world's mentality. Yeah. I see devotees start to go out. They don't like to listen about demons. So in Vṛndāvana, why? Because we see material world is a very bitter place. Very bitter place. So much suffering. So much, it's too much. But at the same time, spiritual world is a very sweet place. And in Vṛndāvana, sweetness is everywhere. This madhurya, which means sweetness, is everywhere. So it's everywhere outside, because it's revealed outside. We just listened about Vṛndāvana. It was quite sweet, right? It was very nice. But inside is audarya. So what means audarya? Does anyone know? So madhurya is sweetness and audarya? Generosity, right. Generosity. What? Yeah, merciful. But when you're merciful, you're generous, right? So audarya is inside. So you're generous, and because you feel complete, right? There is no hole in your heart. And sweetness is outside. Outside is very sweet. All the relationships outside is sweet. And therefore inside, you're generous. Your heart is full and you want to share. So this is nature of Vṛndāvana. So Udar basically means open-hearted person, very generous person. Yeah? And you can see it's also in many examples. Like for example, Putana. When Putana came to Vṛndāvana, she's demoness, demon lady, I don't know what to say. Demoniac, person. And she came to Vṛndāvana, And she took a how to say she took a form of a very, very beautiful lady, very, very beautiful. She was looking like Lakshmi Devi almost. And she came there to Vṛndāvana. Everyone was like stunned. Who is this godly person? And she came inside of Mother Yashoda's house, and everyone just let her in. Oh, please come. This is a special person. And Mother Yashoda, she saw how Putana was looking at her child, and she said, oh, this lady is probably, she loves my child even more than I love him. And she allowed to feed Krishna with her breast. So you see this is Audarya. I want to share my happiness with you, and you're probably more elevated and exalted than me. Yeah, and Rādhārāṇī, she's most dear to Krishna. She's Hladini Shakti. She's the Krishna's or God's potency, pleasure potency, right? She's her pleasure. She's his pleasure potency himself. So there is no other person who can bring him more happiness than she. Interesting. So there is a beautiful verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Na prema gandosti drapi meharo krandami subhagya bharam prakashitum vamshi vilas ana lokana vina bibhrami yat prana patanga kanvrita. So she's saying, na prema gandosti, actually, I don't have any love. This is Caitanya Mahāprabhu saying. He said, I don't have any love, no love. Even ganda, there is no small drop of love. Dharapi meharau. And then her friends asking, then why you are crying if you don't have any? And she's saying, Krandami saubhagya baram prakashitum. She's saying, this is just a show. Why I'm crying? This is just a show. This is not crying. I'm just showing off. And then the answer, we don't think that you show off, but how is that can be show? And he's saying, I can prove. Vamshi vilasi anala lokanam vina. So basically, how fish cannot live without water, right? Bibhrami yat prana patanga kamvriha. He's saying, my prana is becoming like insect for me. You know, like insects in India, there's small insects. And sometimes they come and they bite you and bite you. Like, it's just horrible sometimes. So she's saying, my prana is like an insect. My prana is bringing me so much pain in a separation from Krishna. So you can see, again, we can say, so why do you speak about these elevated things? Why I speak about that? Because we can have many lessons from that. Person who love Krishna, person who have prema, person who love God is a humble person. Where is prema, where is love, there is humility. And there is seeing all good qualities in everyone else. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving beautiful commentary on this verse. He's saying, Gaura Bhaktas, or devotees of Caitanya Mahāprabhu, who are the most worshipable entities in the entire world, have displayed the zenith of humility. They resolve to wear a particular type of clothes. They bow down faces, and meek words constitute the highest ideal and the supreme teachings of dainya, or surrendering yourself. So you see, this is humility. Devotees, they bow down, they take up certain lifestyle, let's say like that in the modern language. They are even accepted some certain clothes, they put it out tilaka, just to say, Krishna, I'm yours. I'm yours. This is big humility. And your servants, I'm their servant. So if we have this humility, then this audarya comes to us. Then we will be we will be able to really generous. Then our heart will be fulfilled. Because I will not have this material illusion that I am something big. I will have the real ego of I'm servant of Krishna. I'm his small part and parcel. An example is Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, until he came to America, he was just humbly serving in Vṛndāvana, just sweeping the floor in Rupa Goswami's Samadhi. And he was praying and praying. Even you can hear his prayers on Jaladuta ship when he was going to. He said, "I'm your insignificant servant. What can I do? I have no power. Just make me a puppet in your hands and make me dance." This is his prayer. Just make me dance. Yeah. So again, Vṛndāvana, outside is Madhurya, inside is Audarya. And Navadvīpa, or Mayapur, then is same place, but proportions are changing. So there is, outside is Audarya, and inside is Madhurya. So you can see the generous mood of Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Again, Yagyai Sankirtana Praya, he said, now I will open the treasure house of the holy name. I will just distribute this love to everyone. I will distribute love to Krishna to everyone. So to enter the Vraj, Vṛndāvana, is very difficult, right? Lord Brahma, it is said that when Lord Brahma, for those who know, he did what he did, and he kind of entrapped the Krishna's friends, and then he started to pray to Krishna and gave him the most amazing prayers. It said that Krishna, in Bhagavata says, he doesn't even told him anything. Even when Indra tried to kill his friends, he spoke to Indra and he said, "Yeah, Indra, no problem, you go back." Krishna didn't even told anything to Lord Brahma. He said, "Just go away. Just go away." Like showed him. There is a place where Lakshmi, she cannot enter Vṛndāvana. Lord Shiva, he cannot enter Vṛndāvana until he changes body to Gopi. What to say? So it's very hard to enter Vṛndāvana. Once I was serving Bibi Govinda Swami Maharaj, and he asked me, "So you are going to India?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "If you go to India, find someone who will, if you go to Vṛndāvana, find someone who will guide you in Vṛndāvana." He said, "Because you don't see Vṛndāvana with your eyes. You see Vṛndāvana with your ears." So for us also, last year we went to Vṛndāvana with a nice group of devotees. You can see some people, they kind of able to get the right mood. And some people just, I remember first week or first half of second week, and they're still struggling with like, what's going on here? Dirt, pigs, these Indians, they're cheating us. They're asking for money. They're just going crazy. I'm sorry, dear devotees, but that, for, first timer and Western person, some just were shocked, like, what's going on? They cannot stop because you cannot see Vṛndāvana with your eyes. And if you're just observing Vṛndāvana by your senses like that, it's very good, still beneficial, but it's just not possible to enter holy place with your external senses. Yeah. So how can we enter Vṛndāvana or Mayapur? When Audarya outside is generosity outside, it's easy to enter. Because Mayapur or Navadvīpa calls Vṛndāvana Dhāma, the most generous holy place in the world. So, Aradhita navavanam vrajakana kananam te, naradhitam navavanam vraja eva dure, aradhito dvijavasuto vrajanagaraste, naradhito dvijasuto natveha Krishna. Aradhitam navavanam vrajakananam te. If you worship Navadvīpa, then you also worship the forest of Raja. So Navadvīpa and Vṛndāvana are not different. If you don't worship Navadvīpa, then the forest of Raja is far away from you. Just to confirm. If you worship Lord Caitanya, then you also worship the hero of Raja, Krishna. Aradhita dvija suto, if you worship this Dvija Sutta, the son of Brahmana, Nimai Pandit Mishra, also known as Gauranga. No, what is that? No, you shouldn't tell like that. It should sound loud. Okay, one more time all together, very loud. Gauranga! That's the right one. If you will be anywhere on the street and anyone will ask you whom you worship, you say like that. Gauranga! And if you don't worship Lord Caitanya, then you cannot worship Krishna. What kind of qualification do we have to worship Krishna? Right? So if you want to earn right, you should worship Navadvīpa Dhāma. And how to worship Navadvīpa Dhāma is, there is a different kinds of worshiping Krishna. One of them calls Pada Sevanam, is worshiping lotus feet of Krishna. But also it means to worship with your feet, to walk around the holy places with your own feet and worship Him like that. So then my restless mind had a question. Why should I go? Why should I go to this Navadvīpa? I can sit here, I can chant Hare Krishna. Why should I go to this India? Here's India, the Lord is here, Hare Krishna mantra is here. Why do I need anything, right? Why should I go to Navadvīpa, to this holy place? It's holy place here, in this temple. What is the difference between here and Navadvīpa? I can chant happily here. And it is said, Mahamantra is very powerful. You can chant here, of course. Eko nama basi tomara papa doshayaba are nama laite Krishna charana paimi. So basically, the shloka is saying, you chant first time Hare Krishna, and all your karma go away. Your karma is finished. You chant second time Hare Krishna, then basically you accept Krishna's lotus feet. That's it. You're basically go to Goloka Vṛndāvana. There is 2 steps in chanting of Hare Krishna. You chant first one time, you're purified. You chant second time, Goloka Vṛndāvana. What's the problem? So all of us who chanted Hare Krishna, if someone didn't experience that kind of effect, there is one more shloka. Hena Krishna nama yadi lai bahubara, tabu yabi prema nahi ashudara, tabi jani aparada tahi hatahate prachura, Krishna nama bija tahi nakare ankuru. If one chants the exalted holy name of the Lord again and again, and yet his love for the Supreme Lord does not develop and tears do not appear in his eyes, it is evident that because of his offenses in chanting, the seed of holy name of Krishna does not sprout. Bahudan janma kari yadi shravana kirtan tabutana paya Krishna pade premadhan. If one is infested with the 10 offenses of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, despite the endeavor and chant the holy name, for many births, he will not get the love of Godhead. That is the ultimate goal of his chanting. So you see, if we are chanting with some offensive mood, although holy name is very potent, is very powerful, holy name is very powerful, we can chant for thousands of lives without any success. But I can tell you we're a little lucky. We're lucky people, and I can tell you why. Caitanya Nityanande nahi sabhavichara namalaiti premadena vahi ashrudara. But if one only chants with some slight faith, just a little bit of faith, the names of Lord Caitanya and Nityananda, very quickly he is cleansed of all offenses. Thus, as soon as he chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he feels the ecstasy of love of God. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu ki jai, Śrī Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. So you see, as soon as you chant, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Jai Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande. So we are going to Navadvīpa Dhāma in October. What is the date? 12th to 26th of October. Please join us. We will do Padasavanam, go around Navadvīpa. We will do Kirtan. We will chant Lord Caitanya's and Nityananda's glories. And we will worship Navadvīpa. There is 9 islands of Navadvīpa, and each island represents the perfection of each anga of bhakti or of different kinds of worship. And each island represents perfection of different types of worship of Krishna. Shravanam, listening, Kirtanam, chanting, Padasevanam, worship lotus sweet, Smaranam. We will go to every island and we will try our best to achieve this perfection. Thank you so much. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu ki jai. Śrī Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. Śrī Navadvīpa Dhāma ki jai. Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande. Hare Krishna.